You're not gonna believe what this builder did with their feature that they put in this backyard. Today, we are in Seven Pines, Jacksonville's newest and one of the most premier communities to live in and move to here in Jacksonville, Florida. In just a couple minutes, we're gonna check out this amazing Palos Verdes floor plan, one of ICI's most popular floor plans, but we're also gonna dive into the amenities that you get here in Seven Pines, as well as why people wanna move here because of how convenient it is to different attractions, whether it's restaurants, shops, or even the amazing beach. So with that being said, let's check out this beautiful floor plan now. So I can't wait to show you this home. This Palos Verdes, it's one of ICI's most popular floor plans, and for good reason. Because again, when you first come up here, as you can see, you get this beautiful big old front porch. This is a truly usable front porch, and I love the fact that they did the pavers. Obviously, it's all covering the roof. You have some columns here as well, just to dress it up, add more appeal to it. So really, just when you live in Jacksonville and you live in Florida, you want to be able to enjoy the outside. And what better way to enjoy the outside than to have that big front open porch? Now, as we come in, you're going to see here we have a nice little walkway to the front door, and this front door is a 8-foot tall, partially glass front door, and it really does, it's really cool. It really opens up on you when you come in. It's something I love about this floor plan is when you come into this house, you get these huge invited tall ceilings, which really just make the space feel bigger, really just adds more depth to the house, which you don't find across all homes or all builders here in the area. And we'll talk about it in a second, but I also love with these high ceilings, which you get further along in this house when it comes to the additional living spaces. But when we do first come in, the first thing you're gonna notice here is we have this office. So the great thing about this floor plan is you have your primary downstairs, so you don't have to worry about stairs, but also your office is downstairs. So you have this really good size office space to be able to work out of. And again, you're only a couple steps away from your primary bedroom. So really just a great use of space. Another small feature that tends to go unnoticed, but I do want to bring it up, is they actually added in-floor power with outlets in the space. So that's something that people don't always think about, but one of those things that when you are going to buy a new construction house, or even if you're looking for a pre-existing house, it's always good to think about something like that, because if you want that, it can be much harder to do after the fact when the house is done than while the house is being built. And then from there, we have our half bathroom downstairs. So this half bath is great for guests. They don't have to go upstairs to use it. It's really all you need. And I always joke it's almost like a little Harry Potter space because of the way that it's underneath the stairwell. But again, it gives you all you need to where guests don't have to go upstairs. And I love the features ICI put in there with the vanity, and also continuing these beautiful hardwood floors throughout the space. Because these hardwoods, you don't find them a lot across the board nowadays, and they are very pricey to do, but well worth it if you want nice hardwood floors in a house. And I love the color design that they have with it. Now, the next part of the house we're going to is gonna be our living, dining, kitchen. Obviously, we have this great stairwell here, which we'll get to in a moment. It's gonna lead us to our second floor. But what you're gonna see right away is with these tall ceilings, not only do you have the massive sliders that span the whole back wall, but we also have the transom windows up top as well to add more light into the house. Because again, light and bright is the tone of Jacksonville. That's what people tend to gravitate towards. It's what people want to have. So to have that here is massive because it really does make the space just feel more open and bigger and brighter. And you'll see it's across the board. So it's not just the living, it's also the dining as we come into the kitchen. And you can do that because of the height of the ceilings. Now, ICI does charge an upgrade for that, but that upgrade is well worth it. If you want to know more about what other upgrades ICI has to offer, reach out to me because I can help answer any questions you have on that as well. Then we come into our kitchen. So this kitchen, it's beautiful. I think we can all agree on that. At the end of the day, they give you a nice big island, with the quartz countertops. We have our big, deep farm style sink. It does have the split here, which is something that's interesting. Some people like the split, some people like the one big deep sink. Personally, I'm indifferent, but it's nice to have that here. We also have our gas stovetop, And that's something I want to bring up, because here in Jacksonville, we are in Duval County here in Seven Pines. Here in Jacksonville, you don't find very many gas communities. Seven Pines is one of the only ones out there, and it is a newer concept for Duval County. You see it more in St. John's. So to have that already here, already plumbed in, with gas lines, it's massive. I can't understate that or overstate that enough. They do give us a nice hood up top, and you also get a pot filler. The pot filler, it's a nice touch. If you do a lot of cooking, you know how important those can be. And here's the thing, if you're gonna do a pot filler, do it with the builder. It makes life so much easier to do it while you're having the house built, even though it will be an upgrade. Then we also have our microwave oven combo. You can never go wrong with that. They even have an option where you could do, double stackables for the oven, and you have the microwave separately down below next to the fridge. So if you want to know more on how that looks, reach out to me, because I can help answer any questions you have on that. Because again, when you're thinking about buying a house or moving to Jacksonville, it's important to know what you're buying. It's important to know what area to be in, or what area makes the most sense for you and your family, as well as if you're going to go with new construction, what upgrades to do with the builder, what to do maybe after the fact without the builder, and also which builder makes the most sense for you and your family. And then we get to the dining room. So this dining room is a great size space. As you can tell, it's an 8-seater table. And what I love about it is it backs up with plenty of windows to look out into your beautiful backyard, which this one has an amazing feature that we'll get to in just a few minutes, so stay tuned for that. Now, as we continue to move through the house, I do want to just bring up too, if you want to know more about the, what this house, this specific floor plan has to offer, beds, baths, garage spaces, overall square footage, feel free to reach out to me. I'll make sure to give that information to you, and I'll let you know later on in this video as well about that, as well as any incentives the builder currently has, as well as pricing for this specific model. Lastly, we are now in the laundry room. So the laundry room is going to be right off of our garage. In the laundry room, as you can see here, they really Mac Daddied it. So I like to use that term a lot, but they really did a good job of adding cabinetry up top. They give us a nice work area up here with the quartz countertops. And then they even give us a sink in here. So it really gives you all you could possibly want in this laundry space that is just off of your kitchen. So very easy to get access to, as well as, again, if you've been working out in the yard all day, you can come in from the garage, drop your dirty clothes off here. You're not walking throughout the whole house with your dirty laundry. I do also like the tile they chose. I just want to highlight that real quick. And if you don't like it, let me know. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments below, but that's a very Jacksonville-y kind of look. We do have our pantry here as well that we just want to quickly highlight. Overall with the pantry, I will say I love the fact that they did the cabinets in there, the additional pantry space, custom cabinets. Not every builder does that. I like it when we see that. So now that's really gonna kind of wrap up the trifecta of the house. Obviously I do love this space. This living room is a great size. So really, you just can't go wrong here. They even did a little cubby here too. So this cubby here, it's, again, you could use it for a lot of different things. I've even seen before where they do even like a wine rack there, but it just gives you some space for some books, some knickknacks, whatever the case may be, just to kind of dress it up and, again, just utilize every little space of the house that they can. Now this brings us up to our primary bathroom and bedroom. Let me rephrase that, bedroom and bathroom. Obviously you want to have all of those things for your primary. But this primary, again, it's a great size. We have the tray ceiling in here. I love trays. If you don't know what a tray ceiling is, again, reach out to me. I'll give you the dirty details on it, but it's a super simple concept. In essence, a tray ceiling is when they give you that extra foot of height in the ceiling, they put an additional tray up top to really just give you more space in the room. It makes it feel bigger and more inviting when you do that. And what's really cool is you can do a lot of different things with it. You can do a coffered ceiling with it. You can do wood beams with it. We've seen all sorts of things on this channel that builders have done with their tray ceilings, but I love that. It's so minor for some people, but me personally, I love that. Then they also give us our shiplap for the accent wall. Again, a great concept to have there. Just really, breaks up the wall a little bit, really breaks up the space. And then again, you get tons of windows on this back wall to allow tons of natural light in. Again, light and bright. I know I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it, but light and bright, that is what people tend to gravitate towards here in Northeast Florida, here in Jacksonville, and that's why people love to be here, is because it's light and bright and it keeps people in such a positive mindset. Because again, where we're at right now, you are only 15 minutes away from the beach. You're only 5 minutes away from the town center. You know, there's so many things close by that it just really makes it a very convenient location. Now, as we come into the bathroom, we have flanking closets on both sides of the space. So, you know, his and hers, or as I sometimes joke, hers and hers, or every once in a while, his and his, if you know, he has a lot of clothing instead. But what I love about this space are two things. One, they give us the custom closets throughout both sides. So that's a great way to utilize the space. It's a great look. Something that you could do with the builder or after the fact without the builder, but it's great when the builder does it because it shows you watching this video what you can do with it. Even if this isn't the house or the floor plan you end up wanting to buy, even if you don't end up in Jacksonville, Florida, it's cool to know that you can do stuff like this to be able to really utilize your closet to the max. And then they even give us this little cubby underneath the stairwell, which they show as, you know, you can use for luggage. But again, just more storage options. You know, you can never have too much storage options, too much space to store stuff with a home, because no matter how big or small your house is, you will always find a way to fill it up. Then we come into our primary ensuite. So our primary ensuite, we do have the double vanity here. The double vanity, again, it's a great touch here with the quartz countertops, plenty of cabinetry with this. So again, something that's really appealing to have because again, it's pretty much a standard nowadays, but it's great when you have that additional cabinetry with it, with the pull-out doors. And then the shower. So what else is there to say about the shower other than it's massive? So obviously you have your two shower heads here, or handles there for the heads, and we have flanking heads on both sides. Now, one thing that's interesting with what they did here is, you know, I was mentioning light and bright, and then they go with some darker tones here for the space. I do love when builders do that because again, it's a model. They want to show you all sorts of different design features that they can do, but it actually works out and plays very well with all the natural light you have coming in here. So I actually like how they decided to do that. A couple things you can also do with the space. You can obviously do a rain head here if you wanted. You know, you could do some cubbies as well in the walls to, you know, hide your toiletries or whatnot. But overall, just a really, really well-designed space with the seamless glass to kind of show off the whole shower. Because again, you may not want to show it off to guests, but some people do. And this is really a primary ensuite that you could easily show off to anyone and everyone you so desire. Now we're about to head upstairs to check out what the upstairs has to offer, but keep in mind, stay tuned because after we get done there, we're going outside. You're not gonna want to miss what's in this backyard. So let's go ahead and go upstairs now. So now we are upstairs of this floor plan. This is really where, when you have a family, it just makes a lot of sense to have it laid out this way. But as you can see when we first come up here, great, beautiful, oversized stairwell here. You know, I love how the builder did the wood treads. They also did the open railing. Just really gives it a very high-end, very aesthetically pleasing look, which I always appreciate. Then you have this really cool, like, you know, wood accent wall as you come up the stairwell. So that's a really cool feature that ultimately just kind of changes the feel of the space when you're coming up. So this upstairs, you're gonna have 3 bedrooms. You also have 2 bathrooms. But before we get too far into it, you know, we're gonna start with the first bedroom. So this bedroom here is going to be the first of the 3 bedrooms. So as you can see, it's a great size space, you know, very well laid out, you know, very well appointed. Each bedroom's going to have a walk-in closet. So over here, we actually have our first walk-in closet. And what I love about this floor plan, and really it can be changed too, because with ICI, they give you a lot of different options with how you want to design the space if you want to change it. What I love about this floor plan is they give you this Jack and Jill bathroom. So that way, if you have 2 young kids and they want to have their own rooms, or you want them to have their own rooms, but you want them to share a bathroom, you have that ability here. So they give you a pocket door for this bedroom into your shared Jack and Jill bathroom. And in here we have our first single vanity, which I love the choice they did with the darker cabinets, with the lighter countertop. And then you have your shower tub combo in the middle. So again, it's a very well designed space. You know, I love how they did the tile to the ceiling. Because at the end of the day, it allows, if you have multiple kids, it allows them both to get ready in the morning, for instance, or just get ready in general without interfering too much on each other. Then we have our second vanity on the other side. And this one's gonna actually have a normal door as we come in. And this vanity matches the first vanity. Then it brings us to our other bedroom. Now here's a cool feature that I can't show you on this one, but I can tell you, you can do it, is depending on the elevation of the home. Sometimes this ceiling height can be much taller depending on the elevation. So what is the elevation, you may ask? The elevation of the house is more of the look of it from the outside. The outside of it, how the house is designed, how it's structured, differs for some of the different floor plans because they don't want every house to look the exact same. So that's a little bit more about elevation. And again, if you want to know more on what elevation I'm referring to, it gives you the nice taller ceilings in here. Because again, these are your standard 10-foot height. You can always call or text me or email me and I'll be happy to help answer any questions you have on that. This can be our second walk-in closet. And then from there, we are gonna continue our way through the second story over to our loft. So another thing I love about this floor plan, and it's something that when you live in Jacksonville, when you live in the area, you always wanna make sure you have, is a space for the kids, but also more of a personalized space separate from downstairs. Because again, you may not wanna use the downstairs 24/7. You may want that living room downstairs to be more of a focal point, more for the aesthetics, whereas up here could be more for your everyday use. Or you just may, want the downstairs to be for you and the upstairs to be for your kids. And there's nothing wrong with that. And that's where this space is really cool because this could be a great playroom, a great game room, a hangout room for your teenagers. So you have a lot of different ways you can utilize this space to really maximize it. Another thing I love about this space is that they also did the wood inlay on the ceiling. And they gave us a tray ceiling with this game room to really make it feel bigger and taller. Because again, those trays, they add an extra foot of height, which definitely does make the room feel bigger. So the wooden inlay is a nice touch, plenty of recessed lighting, and you even get some crown molding up here as well, which definitely just helps dress up the space overall. Then we get to the last part up here. I actually really like this part because this is a space that you can use for a lot of different things. So over here we have our second bathroom for upstairs and our third bedroom for upstairs. So this could be a great mother-in-law suite if you want to use it that way. It could be great for teenagers. If you have multiple kids at different ages, maybe one's a teenager, the other one's 5-6 years old and they don't want to really share a bathroom. And so this space, they have it designed with a single vanity. And then they give you the shower tub combo here, which I love how they also continue the tile up to the ceiling. Now, what are your thoughts? What do you think about this tile? Interesting enough, it's a little different than the tile on the floor, but the same thought process with where it's more that rock look or concrete look or paver look. I'd love to know your thoughts because it's something that we don't see every day. So I'd love to know, do you like it? Is it something you would do in your house? Or would you do something different? Again, drop those comments below. Would love to know more on what goes through your mind as well, because everyone thinks differently on design features for their house. Then we get to our third bedroom. So this third bedroom, again, is great for an older teenage age kid. Could be great for a guest visiting. It's a great size space. And another cool thing about this is, because I've seen it happen before, is let's say you want to make it a true mother-in-law suite. Well, there is an option where you could close off that doorway to the bathroom and you could actually do a pocket door in the bedroom here to give it truly its own, its own space, its own bathroom to really make it private. Then we do also have another walk-in closet here. Overall, just want to quickly just show that. Again, very standard. All these closets are about the same. And that's going to be the third bedroom. So what do you think? Good size space? Is this something that you like? Is it something that you need more, you need less? I'd love to know, again, your thoughts on that as well. And here's the thing. Before we go on to the outside, which has a beautiful feature that I really can't wait to show you. The thing about this is this house really does give you all you could want and need when living in Jacksonville. And here in Seven Pines, where it's a lot of families, to have enough of these rooms to be able to have, again, if you have like 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, you know, you have the space for that. So that way, you know, again, it can be a space for you as well. But with that being said, let's go and check out the outside, because like I said, you're not gonna wanna miss that as well. So this backyard, I personally love. You know, what I love that ICI did here, they give you a nice overhead area back in here, and they actually even extended it. So obviously we have this area underneath, you know, underneath roof. This area over here though, this is an upgrade that ICI offers. And honestly, like, it's something that you should really consider if you're looking to buy a new construction house, maybe even this one, because the amount of space it gives you, the extra space, is huge. And you know, with ICI, they kept this as just the wall of windows, but you honestly could do French doors or sliding glass door from your primary bedroom directly to the outside over here. So it just gives you a lot of options. What I also love, because we live in Florida, you know, it's one of those things that, you know, just kind of speaks to the Florida lifestyle, is they do give you an outdoor kitchen. Now, it's a little more of a basic outdoor kitchen in some regards compared to some of the other ones that you may have seen on our channel. But what they do still give you is they give you the gas grill, they give you your mini fridge, and they even give us some, you know, some trash here as well. So that way you can kind of keep it all contained in one spot. And we also have the granite or quartz countertops. So honestly, I love that aspect, because again, it really allows you to utilize the whole space, which is, I feel like, most people's goal when you're owning a home here in Florida, is to be able to utilize as much of the outside space as you can, not just for you. Because again, it's not, sometimes with these houses, not just, you know, meant for you, it's also meant for your guests. And for a lot of people here in Jacksonville, you know, we're really big about entertaining. So the more we can entertain others is always our goal. Then we get to this amazing feature. I mean, this is an amazing feature. They give us a really nice oversized pool back here, and they give us some different features with it. So we obviously have some areas that are more of that waiting area, more of that, you know, shallower area where you could, you know, kind of just, if you have kids, you know, little kids, they can just hang out in before you on the deep end. They also give us a hot tub directly in the middle of the pool, overlooking our beautiful preserved backyard. You know, that is one thing that a lot of people here in the area, when they're moving to Jacksonville, when they're living in Jacksonville, they really want is that preserved backyard, because we all love our privacy. And with a lot of these communities, such as Seven Pines, where you can't have privacy fences, the next best thing is to have the back preserve to give you that natural privacy, because nothing's ever gonna get built behind there, at least with this house. Although something to always remember, some houses, you know, they may not always have preserve behind them. They may just have preserve for now, but they may end up changing in the future. So that's one thing that if you want to know more about that and how that can affect things, because we see it all the time, reach out to me, because I'll give you some more detail on just how much research you can do to ensure that, you know, again, it's truly natural, you know, preserve, you know, wetlands, and will never be touched. Then as we continue to move further along with this pool, we also have these beautiful fire features on the sides. So they don't have them lit, obviously, today. You know, it's middle of the day, you wouldn't necessarily do that. But again, when you're having people over to entertain, to have those gas fire, you know, pits go on the sides, again, it's not necessarily for you know, to hang out at, it's for the aesthetic. Because again, it's all about, here in Seven Pines, it's all about the aesthetic, it's all about the look of it. And with this, it gives you a great, you know, really luxurious look, which is what people tend to strive for here in Seven Pines and really in Jacksonville. And then lastly, as you'll see back here, they actually did a waterfall effect off the back of the, off the back of the pool. So again, it gives you that look of, you know, again, just the water coming off the back, something that you don't see across the board for all pools. It is definitely, you know, helps add more to the expense, but you know, you don't find very many like that. So it's definitely something to consider when you're buying a home, if it has a pool or if you want to put a pool in, because it's not just about, okay, we need to have a backyard large enough for a pool. It's also what kind of pool do you want? Because in today's world, there's a lot of costs that come into having a pool. So you want to make sure you get the pool you want if you're going to have one. Now, with that being said, we are now going to discuss what it truly means to live here in Seven Pines and here in Jacksonville, and what all is super convenient to Seven Pines. So let's go and talk about that now. All right, so what does it mean to live in Seven Pines? what does it mean to live in Jacksonville, Florida? You know, the thing about Seven Pines, which I love, you know, is that you do have ICI, you also have Data Weekly to choose from builders, but it's so centrally located. You know, you get amenities with the community, with the beautiful amenity center that actually just recently got done, but you also are only 5 minutes away from the St. John's Town Center, which is the hub of Jacksonville. You know, if you're local and you're watching this video, then you know what I'm talking about. If you're not local, call me, I'll tell you what I'm talking about. But the St. John's Town Center is a great area to be able to go shopping, to go to restaurants, to meet with friends or family. You know, there's just so much to do there, whether if you want to go play top golf, you want to go do indoor skydiving, or again, just, you know, do some shopping. Now, you're also only about 20-25 minutes away from the downtown area of Jackson, which is where you're going to have all your sports teams. So if you're, you know, if you like football, we have the Jaguars. If you like hockey, we have the Icemen. If you like baseball, we have the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp. Funny story about the Jumbo Shrimp. Jumbo Shrimp got its name because of the fact that Jacksonville, being on the coast, is a very heavy proponent of shrimping, and we do a lot of exporting of shrimp here, which is where the name Jumbo Shrimp came from. Now, other things that are nearby are you have, from 15 minutes from here, you have the beaches. And what's really cool is you can literally come out of the neighborhood, hop on Butler Boulevard or, you know, Road 202, take it straight to the beach, and you're there already. So it's super convenient. Or if you want to, you know, go to the Jacksonville Zoo. The Jacksonville Zoo is about probably 30 minutes away. And again, the thing about the Jacksonville Zoo is it's a private zoo, so there's a cost, but it's well worth it because the animals they have there, the festivities they have there, the things they do there for families is really, really cool. So really, that's the thing about living in Seven Pines is it's not just this beautiful house that could be yours. Again, floor plan wise, it's not about, you know, being in that specific location. It's the fact that you're in such a central location that you have tons of restaurants and shops, schools nearby, that you really have everything you could possibly need in a brand new community. So if you want to know more about it, you know, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can call, text, email me. It's going to be on the screen. You know, I'd love to help answer any questions you and your family have as it pertains to moving here. And then again, just so I don't leave you hanging, this floor plan for reference is currently around $830, $840, you know, base price. Obviously with upgrades can get more. And again, they do have incentives, but their incentives are a little interesting. So both of those things are always subject to change. But if you want to know more on what they are right this second for a floor plan like this, again, give me a shout. I love to answer any questions you have. And stay tuned because we will be doing more and more of these model home tours, you know, lifestyle, you know, moving to videos. So you're gonna want to make sure you stay tuned for more like that as we tell you what it means to truly live here in Jacksonville, Florida. Till next time, I'll see you guys again.